Hey guys, this is Manshark Sub LPs. I'm Sub, this is Crusader Kings II, and this is Millennia in the Making episode 129. We're currently playing as Kaiser Arnulf of the Holy Roman Empire, and he's the grandson of Kaiser Wilhelm the Cruel, who himself, Kaiser Wilhelm III the Cruel, who himself was the son of Kaiser Wilhelm II, and so on and so forth, all the way back to Duke Otto of Saxony, our starting character. We're involved in two wars currently. We're involved as an ally, well, we joined, kind of, in King Swithelm of England's water-revoked Derby, and we're on the side of Derby because I believe that this will make King Swithelm abdicate, which is great for me. And we're also attacking the Duke of Silesia for Iconian. And we're going to try and get these wars over and done with fairly swiftly. Just because I want them down, because then I can change the succession law in Asturias, which is currently sitting at elective. Which isn't great, because again, this is probably going to piss off a bunch of people, but, well, fuck them. Actually, no, you know what? It is going to piss off a bunch of people. Like, a lot. So I'm not going to do it. Yet. We're going to leave that alone, because at the moment... Let's find it again. God damn. Wait, it was back here. Sure, it was back here. This blue one, yep. Because at the moment, our nominated heir is fine for that. That being said, we're probably going to bump off our nominated heir at some point. Simply because... Prince Anselm here. Just Prince Anselm. Seriously. Okay. So, in England, we're just kind of bumming around, wiping out things, doing that sort of stuff. I saw something earlier. What did I see earlier? Ah, yes. We have the decision, present to create the Kingdom of Leon. Now, this is a little weird. To create the Kingdom of Leon, we need to be at peace, that's fine. We need our capital to be Leon. Now, Leon is down here. So there it is. It's part of the current Kingdom of Asturias. I believe what this does is it replaces Asturias with Leon. And you also need to completely control the Duchy of Leon and completely control the Duchy of Asturias. Now, this says that we do not currently completely control the Duchy of Leon. So I checked that out. We've got all these ones. We don't have all of these ones. There are two. Let's check this one. Yep, we've got all of these ones here too. There are two independent holdings here. There's an independent bishopric and an independent city. So let's just check them out. You. Won't be independent for long. And this guy is probably... Yeah, see, he's Shia, so he won't accept. So we're going to declare war on him. And leave him for a little bit, because I'm also going to declare war on this fellow. Now, we could make a de jure claim, but that's going to leave a lot of, the Shia blokes in charge of the place. So we're going to do a holy war just to take everything in the place, in this province, all of the holdings, and then we'll give them away to, the Duchess of Barcelona, as is her right. Victory in this battle, and we will assault this place because we're taking attrition as soon as we can. This guy accepts our vassalization offer. Good enough, and we have improved keeps in Znojmo. More fortifications, thank you. And go. Yeah, the supply limit is really low in this place. It's a desert, that's why. Yeah, still really low, so I'm just going to punch through as hard as I can. No waiting around here. When guests arrive, my son Anselm is the first to greet them and shower them with questions. Well, that's phenomenal. +1 diplomacy and the gregarious trait. We need to wait and see what traits they get. We really need to just wait and see what traits they get, and then we'll try and murder one of them. Well, the only one we'll be murdering is my grandson, because yeah, if we don't murder him, then everything works out, sort of thing. By that I mean, Anselm is second in line. If we want Anselm to become Kaiser, we've got to bump off Arnulf here. The other option is to keep Arnulf around when he becomes Kaiser. If he's still depressed, we just, neck him, like we enact the commit suicide decision, and that should allow Anselm to come in, but I'm not quite sure about that. I mean, Arnulf doesn't have any siblings. The problem there is that he's already a baron, so he may already marry off and make children, and that would be an issue. If he wasn't related to me, it wouldn't be a problem, but I would just not hesitate in assassinating him. Good, Derby won, so let's see what happened. Oh, he's still the guy. Well, that's weird. I guess she still holds Derby. That's very odd. I'm not quite sure why that happened. Alright, we'll get back down here. Oh well, doesn't matter. Everything's good there. We might try to get a claim on York. Or is this guy still at war with that thing for Castile? Yeah, he is. That is so annoying. It's like, I don't know why that's doing that. I mean, nowhere is... Wait, that's Prince Richard's host. I want to look at Castile. There it is. So yeah, there's only one place which counts as being Castile, and that's down here, the city of No. I misread that. My bad. Castile has nothing de jure under it. And nothing non-de jure under it. There's no way for him to even win that war. Well, that's just irritating. How are we doing over here? Good. And this place, thank you very much. Accept the loss. Good, he does. Amazing. Actually, you know what? I'm going to keep them there for the moment, because we're going to declare war on this fellow. It's a de jure claim. Up they go. This is the good thing about a lot of rebellions in other places. You can just fuck with them. Okay, there we go. We've gained the county of Iconian. And now we've personally gained that, and I do not want to personally hold it. So we give it to... that's irritating. I don't want to give it to this guy because he's already the Duke of Nicaea. And we want to hold on to Nicaea, so let's find a nice Catholic, German, not imprisoned, not a ruler, dude. You'll do. Congratulations, you are the Duke of, or the Count of Iconian. And if I can do this... I'm going to make him the Duke of whatever that was. Anatolia, I think. Yep. Because what that'll do is that gives him a claim on this one over here, which he may be able to get allies and, you know, try and deal with that, which will be good for him. Alright, let's continue with our warfare. Yeah, just attack that place. No point suffering attrition, right? That's 100% war score. Done. Thank you for Barcelona. And, oh, that's fortunate. We're going to give it to this guy and then transfer the vassalage to the other one. To the Duchess of Barcelona. So that's Urgel. Okay, and then we come here. She wants that guy. Yep. As a vassal. Not in any sort of sexual manner. All good. Now, we do have a truce with Aquitaine still, of course. For a while. He's not going to die anytime soon. So this army's going to head over here, deal with that, and then come down here and we're going to start our African conquest. Now, I can't do anything with this England-Castilian war. Not for another X many years, I guess. Come on, 24, 24. Not for another 9 years. That's alright. Excuse me. Don't think there's anything we can do in Scotland. No, there really isn't. We could get Caithness for Countess of Orkney. That'd be good. And that'd actually start our progress down from the north. Let's do it. March up there, take the damn place. You know, we don't technically have to take Scotland. It's already its nice little kingdom area. That's what we kind of want it to be, but I'd like it to be German, not Scottish. So, it's kind of what we're doing. It'll make things easier. Trust me. Trust me, I'm a professional. Come on. There we go. Lovely. And we're going to quickly assault these places. Just because, well, I don't want our thing to be annulled again. Oh, and this guy? I believe we had a de jure claim on Druz for Syria. Go. Yep, so the Sharazids, of course, have a huge army. Looks like they've really ripped into Afghanistan and they're starting to head into India. Kind of. That's alright, they do need to be fairly strong to deal with the Mongols. We should be showing up in about 25 years. Our claim on Toro is rendered invalid. What? Oh, that was this one over here. What happened? Oh, fuck you. Let's make it valid again. I don't know why that ended. Okay, we can't really assault this place, but the supply limit is too low. So, we're probably going to assault it. How are the factions doing? 35% in that elective succession faction. 16 in independence. Is this army in position yet? Nope, still moving. Oh, it looks like the Ruthenian rebellion has finally ended, and that's annoying. It's actually quite annoying. Ah, it doesn't matter, we'll have our army sit there. They'll be fine. There's nothing better for them to do, to be honest. I mean, we already have pretty much everything else. Excuse me. I mean, we could always send them down. No, really, there's not really a lot of little places for us left. I was thinking of sending them down to Africa, but that's not entirely important right now. Okay, so we're trying to improve our stewardship. So, to improve your stewardship and better learn how to administrate a realm, it strikes you that it might be a good idea to conduct a survey of the land. Trustworthy men would have to be sent out to every corner of your domains and record their findings. This information will then be collected into a single great tome. So let us write this tome of judgment? Or no. Let us write this tome of judgment. This should honestly just get us the ambition. And peace. Yep, he surrendered. So we took that place. I believe yes, we have a truce with this fellow, for some reason. We do not have a truce with this fellow. So let's go take that. Now, we've got to give that land to someone. Ugh. Alright. We're going to find a German fellow and he can be the Duke of this place, basically. You'll do fine. Gebhard von Jokoping. You are now the Count of Tiana. Congratulations. Alright, yep, and we'll get in there and have a nice quick fight there. Yes, of course. Cyprus is going to cause me a bit of an issue. I'm going to have to ask the Pope for a claim on this part of it, and then I don't know what to do about the Duke here. Because he's Orthodox, it's a real pain in the ass. I think apart from Ruthenia, he's the only other Orthodox guy left. Yeah, okay, let's assault this place before we lose too many men to attrition. So once we assault it, we can go over and, do whatever. Alright, our Chancellor is still trying to impress the Caliph. Well, you don't have to do that, buddy. Let's see. Where's the Independence faction at? Oh, there was a big percentage hit there. It's a Countess, though I don't care about Countesses. The Duke of Venice. He's going to be dead fairly soon, though, because he's infirm and he's got tuberculosis. Let's look at one of these fellows. I don't like the size of this force. He wants control of Hevs and he doesn't have it already, so he should probably have that. Thank you. Oh, well, he's the Count of Hevs. He shouldn't be in that faction for much longer because he can't really plot against me. It's really hard to tell sometimes, isn't it? Duke Adam of Bourbon. Why do you not like me? Oh, he's pleased by the succession law changes. What? Since when did that happen? Alright, look, this king guy. Oh, we can have him excommunicated again. Done. Yep, come on, Pope. Oh, geez, that's a big Scottish army. Let's destroy that. We should be able to without too much of an issue. Oh, did we finally get all of the cardinals? We've got all of the cardinals for precisely 0 gain. I just don't know. Yes, good. He has been excommunicated. So now we've imprisoned him. Now, he's still excommunicated. So what I'm going to do... if we release him right now, we won't get any opinion benefits because he's excommunicated. We could, however, just execute him. Who inherits? Really? But we would get Kinslayer, wouldn't we? It's a pain in the ass. We can ransom him. Let's do that. You know, it's a bit of free money to help us form the Latin Empire. And fight! Oh jeez, you have somebody with 0 combat ability leading the center. I mean, this guy out here is pretty good. 17, that's nice, but he's specialized at sieges, not fighting. Even if we weren't fucking awesome, you would have a tough time winning that. Good, good, good. And is he still excommunicated? Yes, he is still excommunicated. He has now raised his flag in rebellion, which is exactly what we wanted him to do. So you fool, you have activated my trap card! It's a bit of topical humor for the 90s there. Right. So now we're going to fight him, and then when we win, we're going to revoke the Kingdom of Bohemia. Because we're kind of dicks like that. Yes, take all the things. We've actually almost made some progress on this flank here. A truce is expiring with this fellow, who is not important. Yeah, it was actually a closer battle than I thought it was going to be, but we've still won. And of course, he called the Aquitanian in. Yep, massive victory. Let's chase him down into Athol. He called in the... Normally this would be an issue, but the Prince of the Byzantine Empire is just this dude. So, you know, nobody really cares about him. And yeah, that and Aquitaine, it's not really an issue, is it? Excuse me. It appears we're losing a bit of money. Just a bit. Good, good. Battle of Fortingal has been won, and they're now headed to Gowrie again, so we'll go there. Chase them down, just keep on wiping them out. Supply limits are kind of shit in this place. Goddamn Scotland. Oops. I want to get rid of that message. Thank you. This guy is trying to get the Duchy of Kievia granted to someone else. That's fine. I'm accepting of that kind of plot. Oh, this is an independent thing. The Order of... what was that? Saint Addy? It's a Nestorian order. Ah, the Nestorians are Christian. It's kind of weird. Or interesting, even. So we should have a ticking war score. And now we're going to get our army and just park them in Baghdad. And win off the ticking war score. Because I'm not really that interested in fighting Persia. Sorry to say. Oh, and over here these guys can just attack this city. There, we won that war. Lovely. Yep, great. Great. And now these guys can head on down here to continue fighting. I think we have a truce with this guy. Yes, we do. Okay, we've wiped out that Scottish army. So now 77%, dude. Take back that trade post. And then we're going to head the long way around to Caithness, because Athol is terrible for supply limits. Everywhere else is still bad, but not as bad as Athol. And once we get to Caithness, we'll have a proper supply limit thing. Ah, peace from this fellow. I accept. So that was this war in here. I don't particularly want that, but I cannot usurp this guy's title because he's at war with some rebels. Ah, he's involved in this war here, which I can't get involved in, I think. I could offer to join the war. I have truces with them all. Fuck it, let's end their war for them. Because I can't attack this place, I have a truce with this woman. I have a truce with everybody here, but I can still get involved in a war, I just can't start one. Excuse me. Yes, let our enemies tremble. So who am I actually assisting? Ah, the revolt. Alright. Who's winning? Not the revolt. Well, let's go beat up some armies that are red. If it's red, it's gonna be dead. Bit of a Scottish army there. We should be able to meet it, and we will. And because it's at such low morale, we will just wipe the shit out of it. Smash! I'm not forming the... what do you call it? The Latin Empire immediately, because we have a lot of reinforcing to do, and I'm just trying to keep track of that. Where is being besieged? This place here. Wow, those are substantial armies. Let's go up there and just sit on that place. We should have a supply limit in there. Yep, we do. Yeah, it's quite a substantial force. So we might send this army here over as well. Depending on how things go. Castle infrastructure in Nuremberg has increased. So that's a militia training ground. So the Latin Empire will have to wait. Oh yeah, attack that place. God, all these people complaining. It's like I don't have 99 of you sitting in there. Yeah, we're just going to punch through this entire place. Manipura has converted. Still no conversion up here, though, in this place. That would be nice if you could do that. Oh, improved keep somewhere else. I didn't actually note where it was. So let's just have a quick click around the places where we're not building anything. Nah, looks good to me. Yep, everything is fine. Yep, besiege of Johannesburg, nice and easy. And now Galen. Then we'll beat up that army and head on down. Nice, now we besiege this. You know what, we're not actually going to besiege that. Yes we are. We're going to be bros. We're going to help out. Excuse me. Because I am still quite leery of these huge fucking armies sitting over here. I mean, understandably, he's also got a revolt that he's trying to push down. Not a great revolt, but a revolt. Oh. This is the Shahrazad Shahadam's army. This is an army of his vassals. So that may not help out help out with whatever these guys are doing. You know, I really don't want to kill his army off, to be honest. They took the trade post again. I don't want to kill his army off because I'm relying on him to deal with the Mongols. I mean, he'll probably get them back in that time, but I want him to stay fairly strong, like in this area here. I still want to take Syria off him, obviously, until the Mongols show up and wreck his shit. So, if I can, I'm going to try and avoid actually attacking that army. If I can't avoid attacking it, then by all means, it's dead. But if I can avoid. Victory up here, excellent. And I'm just going to settle in for that siege, let this army reinforce. These guys are almost in position to strike. This guy has moved. We captured this lady. We're going to ransom her back. Massive ticking war score there from the rebels controlling all of their holdings, which is great. So, yeah, we're just going to help them out by doing that. Now, these guys here, they appear to be moving for Druz. When they get to Mazandaran, I will attack them. Because Mazandaran is plains. Anywhere else is basically mountains or desert or there's rivers or that sort of bullshit. So let's just keep an eye on that. Kind of. Oh, and our other armies. This guy has moved into position. Perfect. Well, I believe we were going to take Marrakesh off the Baton Sultanate. So, let's just check our options. We could take Fez instead of Marrakesh. Wait, who owns this little sliver here? Some random dudes. Yeah, it's kind of... We're going to take Marrakesh. Yeah. The difference in the decisions between Marrakesh or Fez is Fez would let us expand into to the east, into the Chulanids again, but the Chulanids are going to be a massive pain to deal with until the Pope calls a crusade or something for Egypt, at which point we've won. But, you know, until then, it's just a difference in how you get down here into Africa. So we're going to take Marrakesh because supply limits, and it's Marrakesh. Yeah, so let's take this army out. But we won't hang out there, we'll head straight down into Masat due to the supply limit. These guys are trying to run to Skalovia. They have successfully made it to Skalovia, that's fine. I'm going to complete my move and then try and fuck them up. And 50 tech points! Military. That totally went into culture, which is fine. It's fine. Yeah, okay, so now we should have intercepted that army. That's great. Oh, hey guys, you made it up into Orkney, I see. That's fairly unfortunate for you. I'm not going to attack them. I'm going to attack this place. Get it under my control. 92%, come on, guys. Ugh. And then I'm going to walk down into Ross and take it. Maybe they'll take the bait. Maybe they won't. Whatever. Excuse me. Okay, 8th of February is our date here. Wonderful. Looks like the Abbasids joined in. We're going to have a bit of an issue with the Canary Islands, or Canarias as they call it, just because it's offshore. But it's not going to be as big an issue as, say, Cyprus is going to be, because it's still held by infidels, in this case the Sunni Caliph. So we'll still have a pretty good time about it. The Chulinid Sultanate joined in. I'm not particularly concerned. I mean, the Chulinid Sultanate does have a high number of troops, 31,000. But, well, so does Persia, and look at what we're about to do with them. Good. Head on down here. Give it up. Lose up. No. Well, he knows he's losing at least. And he has much less land than he did the first time that we fought him. Did we fight him or his father? I want to say we fought his father because we had him killed or something? We have a long and sordid history with these guys. Ooh, look, there's a Ruthenian revolt. We'll have to take advantage of that. After we deal with Bohemia. Trying not to overcommit. Excuse me. We do have some righteous imprisonments hanging around the place. Most of them are for the, you know, tried to do this particular thing with, what do you call it? Excuse me. With the plots to revoke duchies and that sort of stuff. Nothing important. Okay, and on the 8th. Yes, good story. There we go. It's only going to take us 9 days. We've got him. There's no way he can move out of there in time. And our guys are exceptional, but they could be better. So we'll put Gerhard there. And... the Marshal of the Knights... whatever. Presumably, yep, Hospitaller, has the Holy Warrior trait. So he does less overall damage, but more damage against religious enemies. These guys are going to be religious enemies. If you're not Christian, or Catholic, or whatever, that's a thing. And we'll put Giselbert in control of the main flank there, just to make him move even faster, if such a thing is possible. And we need to just check to make sure that we haven't ripped commanders away from anybody. I don't think that we have. Ah, they took the bait. Poor fools. So what I did there was I moved out to try and get them to come down from Orkney to try and retake this place while it's still fairly easy to take. But I'm going to, you know, beat the shit out of them. It's just what I do. Right, let's watch this fight happen because this is going to be more entertaining. Okay, so we outmatch them in quality, and we have successfully put our highest quality guy against their highest quality guy. And, of course, in quantity. Caracas has converted to the Catholic faith. Yeah, absolutely no problem. Sorry about your army, dude, but you insisted on marching it this way. Ah, and the battle up here was a complete success. So that's 100% war score for this one. Excellent. So now we have that little bit of Orkney. Our army will stop moving. While I plan. We're obviously not going to be able to attack the Scot. Can we attack Ireland for anything? Maybe this one? But he's an Irish Catholic, not a German Catholic, so I don't care. And obviously we can't attack England, but we're going to head down here so that we can strike up at York if the opportunity presents itself. Okay, these guys are doing fine. I think this Najmo had nothing else to gain. Yep, just that one level of castle fortifications and it's fine. Everything is good. Oh yeah, we're going to chase these guys down into Geelong because that's where we were going anyway. Excuse me. We're losing trade posts. Well, we're losing the battles of trade posts around the place. It really doesn't matter. I'm gonna have to take that city off them at some point. It's just visually irritating. It is in no way a security risk or anything like that, it's just visually irritating to me. The men you sent out to survey the land have returned. You now have a precise count of households down to how many cows they own. This was a wise initiative and your stewardship ability has increased. +2 stewardship, the Kaiser sees all. Achievement 1. And there are no valid ambitions for us. Also, we captured this dude. He's Zoroastrian, which is a little weird to see. Yeah, considering that there are, I don't believe that there are any... No, there's one Zoroastrian province up here, but it's a little weird that they're still popping up. We're going to execute him because he's half decent at, you know, fighting. Ah, and he accepts that he is lost. That's perfect. How's our truce with the Hashemids going? I smell something really delicious cooking outside. Oh. It looks like we may attempt to declare war on the Hashemids. And I think we're going to do it for Daman? Daman? It's either going to be Daman or Sana, or this little province up here. I can honestly leave that little province for anybody else once I reduce their main strengths, and hitting Sana will let me have a go, well, later on, because the Hashemids also own all of this, it will let me go further into Abyssinia, basically. A lot of little duchies in Abyssinia. We're going to hit Demand though, because then we can wrap around and hit them like that. Really restrict them. So, send these guys down here. Now when we win this war, we're actually going to... Lycaea converted. I think we're actually going to release Syria. No. No, we're not going to do that. What we're going to do is wait until we take Arabia, we release Arabia, and that's after we get our little foothold. We're going to be releasing places as, you know, it becomes necessary. This guy is trying to fabricate a claim on Pomerania, sorry. He will not end the plot because he doesn't particularly like us. I could send him some money, or I could just imprison the little bitch. Oh, he's raised his flag in rebellion. What a shame for him. Seriously, what a shame for him. Yes, may Allah destroy your house. I won though, didn't I? Yeah, so that's given us all of Syria. I'm totally going to release these places eventually, don't worry about that. I'm not that much of a glory hog. Just not today. Improved keeps in Steiermark. It's castle fortifications up. Yeah, you know what? I can come back to that. I'm gonna go over here and beat the crap out of this counter-rebel. Just put him down real fast. When does our truce with Aquitaine end? I'm not even sure. Ooh, now hello, this is a big army. We're in mountains right now, so I don't want to attack them. Gonna let them make a move. Hopefully the move that they make will be after I occupy Masat and move to Anti-Atlas. Maybe, depending on what happens with this supply limit. If I don't get the supply limit, I'll just move out to Infa and watch them come down, and then I'll beat them up. Excellent. Whew. About another 10 minutes before we end the episode, so, you know, let's just see what sort of trouble we can get into. Excuse me. Yeah, we're still saving up for that one last level of legalism before we pay any attention to the rest of culture. Oh, now here's something we can do. I did say I was going to do this in this episode. Where are we? Here we are. The Latin Empire. 600 gold now, for some reason, and 400 piety. And it would get us 800 prestige. Done. We now run the Latin Empire. I don't know what color it is. I would assume that it's the same color as the Byzantine Empire, but it doesn't actually have any, you know, de jure lands, so I can't really check. But, you know, good on it. It's 3 Empire titles that we own. So that's going to be a lot of prestige. Oh yes, trade posts. Big deal. Yeah, so we're going to take this piece of territory here off Pilsen, and then we're going to just utterly destroy his army and teach him why it is a very bad idea to rebel against me. My daughter here requires a new guardian. Looks like we were training her for stewardship. The Duke of Tver. Good fellow. If you haven't noticed, another reason why we're trying to get German guys in everywhere is that Germans don't get the foreigner opinion malice against us because, you know, we're German. So that can really help. Was this honestly just the one that we assigned? No, it wasn't. My daughter, who is the nun, has grown up to be Midas touched. We can't marry her to anybody, apparently. Because, you know, she's a nun! Oh, good on you. Keep it up. She should just stay in our court and we won't have to deal with anything there. This guy thinks he would be a better chancellor than my current chancellor. And he is right. But, well, my current Chancellor is a Duke. He is not. Give him a chance. Yeah, let's just attack this thing. Thank you. Yeah, whatever. Alright, great. That siege is done. Let's head on over here. Complete, getting this guy his land or doing whatever he was doing. Things and stuff, I guess. While we show some rebels why you don't rebel against a goddamned emperor of the Holy Roman Empire / Latin Empire / Wendish Empire. How we doing over here, lads? 15,000. They're getting stronger. Good. As well as taking that place, this war over here has ended. So now this guy is in charge. And hilariously, we don't have a truce with him. So let's see about getting some more of that territory. What does he own? He owns Adana, this place. Which vassals like him the least? The Count of Tarsos, so that's this guy. Whereas the Count of Bira, which is this one here, and the Count of Amida. So we'll take Bira off him just to reduce his, the number of people who support him, basically. I'm just shaking my head at Prince Richard's host here. Just, your Casus Belli is null and void. It seriously is. I'm not going to attack that castle. We're just going to head back over here and wipe this army out. See how that goes. Meanwhile, down here, attack that place. Yeah, we'll attack this next one as well because it's just at the town. Yes. Go. And we're not going to attack that castle, we're going to move up to Infa. Yes, and you see here, Luristan is converted. As soon as we've started moving, these guys have started moving back in. So we'll move out, they'll move in, and then I can be all like, oh, that's interesting, you moved back. I have won the fight against this fellow. Now this fellow holds too many counties. He should not have Stolp. So I'm going to revoke it, and since he's a traitor, nobody will care. Now that's part of this thing. You're the Duchess of Pomerania, so you should have that county of Stolp. Done. Alright, let's get back on with destroying the Bohemians. So yeah, little rebellion is good for the soul. Hello. So this is concerning. It also makes our current plan excellent. See, we've moved out. These guys are planning to move to Fez on the 3rd. I'm going to fake a move to Fez. See if these guys stop. Good. Okay, these guys are going to get down into Masat on the 21st of August. So before I finish my move here. And now we're going to move down and get there in 9 days, so we'll easily catch them. This guy is still here. Oh god, I forgot to reassign him. Oh, fucking exceptional. There's really nothing going on. I mean, this is a huge faction actually, wow. Smaland, why do you dislike? You live in Varand? Okay, so we'll send our guy up to Varand. I get the idea that after we're done with these wars we'll have to have a feast or something. you know, just to deal with that. Anyway, so the point here was to stop this guy moving into Fez, to stop him from being too close to reinforce this army. And I think we've done that. Command Shah is now Catholic. Okay, fight's on. Except for here, we're actually pretty evenly matched. Oh, particularly in the center. They've really stacked the center up hard. That's good for us, actually, because it means that... Let me see. This guy's only good at defending, not attacking. This guy's really good at attacking. So, still evens. But it means that this flank here, and even this flank here, should collapse a little bit faster, which will help out significantly. This army up here still isn't moving. My daughter lacks a guardian. Ah, she's quick. Well, we better give her a good guardian then. And let's educate her in diplomacy. Bernhard. And we've built a castle town in Moldorf. So let's get the keep. Really? You guys are taking attrition there? I'll send them over here because then they won't be taking attrition no matter how small. I would start that holy war, but gonna leave off it for a bit. Because I do want to run this feast to get these factions off my back, or this one faction off my back. Yeah, man. And yeah, we've won this fight quite easily. We've barely lost 1,000 guys, I think. We lost 1,446 and we killed over 10 times that number. And we captured this dude, who isn't all that good, to be honest. They won't even take him back. Yeah, I'm gonna chase him. This army is now trying to move down to Fez. That's fine. I'll let them do that. Yep, smack. Defeat them. Another 3% war score, another 2,000 dead guys, and now we're going to head down to Infa. Because what I'm trying to hope here is that this army comes to Fez, to Marrakesh, and then to Masat. They're moving to Tangier. That's honestly also fine, because Tangier is plains. Ugh. The Duke dislikes me a little more. Because my Chancellor is kind of dumb sometimes. So this is fine. Oh, he'll take peace. We don't have to fight this army. Win. There we go. Yes, may Allah destroy my house. Let's distribute this place. Now, of note, we've gained this little province down here as well. But this is not part of what we're going to be keeping. Whoa. I always forget how many holdings Marrakesh has. So we're just going to divvy it up. There we go. We should be able to create or usurp the title, depending on whether it exists or not and who holds it. Let's see. Nobody holds it at the moment, so it must be creatable. There it is. Done. Now, get rid of all of these messages. We'll just distribute these places in this duchy, and then we'll end the episode. And everybody will be happy. Alright, so the capital of Marrakesh is rather obviously Marrakesh. So let's see if we've got a good guy. Yeah, I don't think we have any republic. Tangiers was a republic, so that's fine. Yeah, he's ambitious, so that's not a good idea. Christopher? Christopher's just. Yeah, it's not a bad idea. And this guy, Folkmar, is kind of shit. I'm going to give Folkmar Masset. And then this guy can have everything else. Done. Now, he's going to have de jure claims on Terradown and the Canaries. So yeah, see, there's that thing which we can't press right now because reasons. Truce reasons. But we could, no, we also have a truce for this guy for another 3 years. Really? Since, oh, the Hassan Sultanate, of course. So for 3 years we're kind of blocked in Africa. Because it's the Baton Sultanate down here as well. That's fine. When's our truce with Aquitaine run out? Can't tell. Currently at war. So we'll send our guys up there just in case. But that will be the end of the episode. Yes, so as usual, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below. I'll get to them as soon as possible. If you liked the video, give it a like. And if you would enjoy seeing more of this sort of thing, well, please hit that subscribe button. In the meantime, though, oh, excuse me, in the meantime, I've been Sub. You have been yourselves. Later.